It is exactly 9 p.m. top of the hour, and you're just right on time for KUTV Primetime News. Indeed, we have much and more lined up for you, but first, our top stories tonight.
We will make it more efficient, transparent and responsive to medical needs. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua says no stone will be left unturned in KEMSA reforms. UDA cast its net wide as affiliate parties, rebel and defectors continue to heed to UDA's call for merger. Sugar industry stare at crisis as take falls drastically below the global average of sugar production. Also tonight, I am innocent. Rally driver Maxine Wahome denies murder charges against her as she files for bail.
Right, I'm not alone. I'm in company of SAMMY OKELLO as our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is AUMA Evans. Remember, you can follow this broadcast on all of our social media platforms on Facebook at KUTV Kenya, on Twitter at KUTV_Kenya. Remember to use the hashtag Primetime News. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has said the government is implementing reforms at the Kenya Medical Supplies Agency KEMSA in order to make it more efficient, transparent and responsive to the growing medical demands. Gachagua spoke this when he hosted KEMSA officials at Harambee House Annex in Nairobi. Our very own Joseph Mtunga opens up our bulletin tonight with that report.
Kenya Medical Supplies Agency senior officials, local and international partners in the health sector met with the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today at his office at Harambee Annex in Nairobi to discuss the reforms expected to happen in KEMSA in order to ensure implementation of universal health coverage. Gachagua said the ongoing reforms at the parastatal are playing a key reform to the health sector.
I agree totally we need to modernize the operations of KEMSA. This is a new world. We can't do things the way we were doing them 30 years ago. We have to keep up with the times. We have to embrace technology. We must leverage on technology so that we are in tandem with the modern world.
The second-in-command challenged the KEMSA officials to modernize the agency's operations through adoption of the latest technology, saying it would help improve service delivery. He added that the efficient systems should be free of scandals that were common before.
When there are weak systems, all manner of crooks take advantage. So we really need to fix the systems so that we can achieve transparency and accountability and efficiency at the same time. And where there is efficiency, the room for abuse is limited. Systems that work are good.
He further noted that achieving universal health coverage is one of the key pillars of the Kenya Kwanza administration, adding that the approach to the health sector will create employment and benefit Kenyans.
We must develop a framework to encourage manufacturing with a view of creating employment, getting affordable prices, at the same time to allow us also to collect taxes. Because when manufacturers are here, they'll give us pay as you earn for the employees. They'll give us a corporate tax of profit, 30%.
The Deputy President urged the development partners to continue supporting the government to improve the local healthcare systems, underscoring the importance of the sector in delivering health services.
But we will put a bit of money in making sure that our community health volunteers have the necessary tools and skills. Most of these diseases that end up at level 3, level 4, 5, up to 6 can be contained at level 1.
The implementation of the reforms in the health sector aims at improving delivery of health services and creating a transparent and reliable health centers in all parts of the country. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV.
While meeting with leaders from Trans Nzoia County in State House today, President William Ruto has reiterated his intention to upgrade Trans Nzoia town, saying that the town has the potential to become a city. The president went on to add that at least 150 hectares of land will be provided to allow the town's expansion in an effort to cater for the growing population. Other leaders in attendance took the opportunity to call out the opposition leader Raila Odinga for his move to continue with the planned mass action demonstration to be held on Monday next week. On his part, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua urged farmers who are yet to sell their produce to do so within the next few weeks, saying that the expected maize import will disrupt prices.
Huyo ghost anaitwa sijui whistleblower ndiye ataamua uchaguzi wa Kenya, na tukikosa kukubaliana na huyo ghost, ati Raila atatuletea vujo, ati atapiganisha wa Kenya. Jameni, hii ni ungwana kweli? Tumwambie bwana Raila, bwana please tupatie heshima kidogo.
Baada ya IBC ku declare result, not the Supreme Court, IBC ku declare result ya usiku, I called the president in the morning at 6 and he can confirm. Personally, I called him na nikamwambia, rais, pongezi, umeshinda kura na tutafanya kazi pamoja.
The high cost of living situation in the country has been of concerns to many Kenyans, with a section of youth now embracing and acknowledging the role of technology and innovation in business in order to help in coping with the tough economic times in the country. This as the Digital Finance Summit of 2023 takes place at the Kenya International Conference Center, KICC.
Kenyatta International Conference Center, KICC, today hosted the Digital Finance Summit 2023, an event that aims at digitizing businesses and creating favorable trade and investment opportunities, as well as offering support to entrepreneurs across the country. The National Chairperson and Executive Director for Party of Growth and Prosperity Bonaventure Ibinda underscored the importance of the youth venturing into innovation and technology, saying it will help them in managing the current cost of living crisis in the country.
Platform created by the chamber, the Nation Media Group and other partners creates a good avenue for us to network, to find resources, to also build our capacity to do business.
Ibinda also pointed out the unemployment challenge among the Kenyan youths that forces them to fall for incitements by politicians, especially during demonstrations, urging them to involve themselves with activities that would be helpful in developing their skills.
Call is to request all political players to create to stop this issue of politicking and enable business to grow.
Former youth chairperson of the Kenya National Chamber Conference, Timothy Gashusha, on his side reiterated that the aim of technology innovation is to enable the youth to attain digital skills that will enable them venture into business through online platforms, urging the government to create a conducive environment for business.
Making strides towards creating an enabling business environment. A core thing that we have seen that has never been there before is access to credit with something like Hustler Fund.
The tough economic times being witnessed in the country has indeed seen citizens grapple with the crisis, with the Digital Finance Summit 2023 being put up to urge the youth to embrace technology and innovation in these times. Dorothy Musyoka, KUTV.
It is on our personal volition to leave KANU. These are the former KANU chairperson Nick Salat's word while addressing UDA press briefing at the party's headquarters here in Nairobi today. Salat led a section of KANU defectors to join United Democratic Alliance Party. UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala has welcomed the leaders and extended a hand to other political parties willing to affiliate with the party. The move comes barely a day after 6 parties folded to join the ruling party.
UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala has today received some of KANU leaders and members who have defected from KANU party. The leaders were led by one former KANU chairperson, Nick Salat. In his welcoming the defectors to the ruling party, Malala congratulated the leaders for choosing to march with the ruling party.
Members of the KANU party have felt that UDA party has got unique attributes that have attracted them to us, and one among them is our focus to change this country.
Former KANU chairperson Nick Salat, who rallied the members into joining UDA, claimed that the defection from their party KANU was on personal volition and not by coercement. Salat argued that the reason for the defection was motivated by lack of unity in the party.
Therefore, once that rallying call that we had as a party was lost, we couldn't wait. So we decided that the party of choice that we will join, and don't look at this team alone, SG, we are many.
Also present in the press was KANU youth leader Mudule Bet, who said that the youth leaders in KANU were not given a platform to lead or express their opinions. He further added that they left KANU for UDA, noting that the party was willing to accommodate young visioned leaders.
And I have come to UDA because I believe in the vision of the President, His Excellency William Ruto.
We regret the loss of energies and the brains that we've actually invested in the party KANU.
6 other parties affiliated to Kenya Kwanza government joined the United Democratic Party yesterday, including Umoja na Maendeleo Party, Chama cha Kazi, Chama cha Mashinani, Economic Freedom Party, and Economic Party.
As the ruling party, UDA targets other political parties to join it. Critics says that the ruling party's move is aimed at weakening the opposition. James Mureke Mwenda, KUTV.
Right, thank you, James, for that comprehensive reporting. The All Kenya Moot Court competition that is being hosted by Kenyatta University School of Law entered its second day today. The competition that brings together law students from all over the country is aimed at equipping the participants with the skills needed in their profession, as well as giving them a real court experience.
As the moot court competition entered its second day today, participants from various universities gathered at the Kenyatta University School of Law for the preliminary round of the competition. Charlene Coril, who is a student at the University of Embu, explained that the competition is stiff as it brings together students from renowned law schools in the country. Coril added that the competition will help them have an idea of how cases are solved in a real court.
The competition is actually nice for my career. It builds my courage. I am able to get more good knowledge and experience on how actually the real courts out there actually work.
Joshua Kimani, also a participant, expressed his joy of being part of the competition, citing that he expects to learn more, especially from the presiding judges. Kimani also pointed out that it's important to organize such competitions as it brings together lawyers from all over the country.
The importance of having these competitions is due to the fact that they bring all lawyers from all aspiring law schools together in one place, and by that very fact, all lawyers we get to connect, we know each other very well, and we bring the best legal minds the country has. And by that very fact, we're able to develop jurisprudence, we give recommendations, we give ideas.
Other participants say that the competition is stiff as everyone is good at what they do. However, highlighting that the case studies used in the moot sessions revolve around issues affecting the country, something they say will help them solve future cases.
The competition is really good. Everyone is good at what they are doing, like the arguments, and we are all just here to argue our case, make sure we win.
I think this competition brings many law students from all over the country together so that you can have a dialogue about matters affecting our country.
The moot court competition is expected to run till Friday this week, where the winners will be announced after the final round. As the All-Kenyan Moot Court competition enters its second day, the participants are hopeful of winning this year's competition. Ruth Wanjiru for KU TV.
Right, that story by Ruth Wanjiru take us to our first short break here at KU TV Primetime News. Plenty more to follow after the break.
Endometriosis, this is a condition that occurs in females, and what happens is the inner lining of the uterus is found outside the normal position, such that it is outside the uterus. You find the commonest symptoms of endometriosis is chronic pelvic pain. It is worse during periods, but it can be there even when there are no periods.
Endometriosis is a disease whereby the uterus lining grows outside. This can lead to severe pain and can also cause infertility.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
Naweza sema life ni decisions, whether uko na do ama uko msoto. Life sana sana uko determined na decisions mtu make daily, but of course kuna vitu hatungejichagulia. Reason being, tulikuwa watoi, then tunakuwa exposed kwa predators. Anything ikikuwa attack inabidi umefight one man. Hata kama wewe ni hardcore unakuwa an easy target, na damage inakuwa more. Then baadaye life inakufanyia ile kitu juu ya decision ili kutake only a split second kumake.
Right, welcome back and thank you for keeping it Primetime News. Now, Embu Red urged to embrace CCTV cameras for the security surveillance amid increase in security in the country. During a training session of CCTV technicians that converged technicians from Tharaka Nithi and Embu County in Embu Hotel, the event was hosted by Dahua Technology Company to train technicians on how to install the modern CCTV cameras.
Business people and residents of Embu County have been urged to consider use of the modern technology in surveillance and security checks, especially use of CCTV cameras at a time when cases of insecurity are on the rise in the country.
Households is to embrace technology. With the technology, you find that you have a way of creating your own and storing your own evidences for quite a long time. In the event something happens to your premise, any place, for example, your business.
Victoria Bosire, an employee from Dawa Technology Kenya, said that an improvement has been made and now there are solar panel CCTV cameras which doesn't need cable to transmit information.
We have a solar powered camera. The camera is meant to save energy, so that means it does not have to be on powerful. Actually, it does not have to be on power. It's good for maybe the farms and the most remote areas where you can't pull a cable to the farm or to meet the most rural homes. So that is it's a new technology under Dahua.
Bosire added that Kenya has made tremendous steps towards embracing technology that has resulted to many citizens, institutions and even government installing security monitoring devices in their premises.
Technology is doing very well in our country. Actually, cameras are selling very well. So we want to encourage people, especially in this the rural areas, to embrace the cameras, invest in cameras.
Security monitoring devices like CCTV cameras has helped detect offenses and theft in companies, homes and other premises. When a crime is committed, a person can always extract the footage from the devices connected to the CCTV camera even stored in the premise the crime happened, therefore helping security officers detect offenders. Embu and Tarakanidi residents have been advised to take advantage of the new technological advancement in security in order to heighten security in their premises. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV.
Now let's switch gears a bit to drought mitigations. More than 940,000 households in drought-stricken areas are set to benefit from the recent $7 billion donation made by the World Food Programme. The agency director, Lauren Landis, who spoke while meeting Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today at Harambee House Annex, announced that the food will be distributed through the Lisha Jamii Phase 2 program. The Lisha Jamii Phase 2 program is set to kick off in April and has included 157,050 more households in the second phase. Households in Isiolo, Kitui, Baringo and Tana River will receive 11,200 cash each. Household in Turkana, Samburu and Marsabit will receive 64 kilos of food per month. On the other hand, residents of Wajir, Garissa and Mandera counties are set, or rather that are affected by famine, will receive 5,634.5 kgs of food per month.
Bit of sorghum from our 60.
Now, the sugar industry has witnessed a decline in sugar production by 10 tons per hectare. This has been recorded over a span of 4 years, a fall from 66 tons to 55 tons. Despite Kenya producing sugar above the global average in 2016, the stick has fallen drastically as the current production of 55 tons per hectare is below the global average of sugar production of 63 tons per ton.
The sugar industry has witnessed a decline in sugar production by 10 tons per hectare. This has been recorded over a span of 4 years, a fall from 66 tons to 55 tons. Despite Kenya producing sugar above the global average in 2016, the stake has fallen drastically as the current production of 55 tons per hectare is below the global average of sugar production of 63 tons. Speaking at the ongoing 11th Summit of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, United Nations Industrial Development Organization representative to Kenya, Ann Kawira, outlined that the annual domestic demand for sugar stands at 900,000 tons in Kenya, noting that the local millers cannot meet the demands at the moment.
Now, the annual domestic demand for sugar is 900,000 tons. Of course, most of the demand in Kenya is for domestic consumption.
Kisumu Governor Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o called on the government to act with speed to ensure the privatization of the companies that produce sugar to save the sugar sector. His sentiments were anchored by his Migori County counterpart and the host of the SAMMY, Dr. Ochilo Ayako, who also acknowledged the need to balance the sugar demand through importation. He stressed,
yes, government should get out of producing sugar, of owning factories and so on. And these factories should be leased to private farms.
We have to import until we are self-reliant, be done by a publicly owned company, maybe a state corporation. All those profits be plowed back into the sector.
Sugar farmers, through their representative, called for establishment of Sugar Research Institute and also the classification of sugar as food like tea and coffee and not a commodity. Wilson Tobiko, KU TV.
Still Matters Agriculture. Seed Savers Network is working to introduce lost indigenous seed at risk of extinction so as to preserve them to farmers in Kenya through working closely with the smallholders farmers.
60,000 farmers have been registered as members of the Seed Savers Network countrywide, with its headquarters in Gilgil and spread across Vihiga, Baringo, and Kakamega counties. In this, they will work together to reintroduce the indigenous seeds which are at the risk of extinction, while also practicing traditional methods of farming. Farmers will be required to take some of the seeds back from the harvested plants to store in the seed bank and gene banks with their names coded for identification and traceability. Seed Savers Network Program Officer for Kakamega County, Mercy Ambani, says that the network is using fossil tool analysis to establish endangered species of indigenous crops and coordinates with the National Gene Bank to establish crop accessions which cannot be traced in the field to be reintroduced in the community.
We are encouraging farmers to come on board to have minimal costs in farm field production. Farming is a venture that should be enjoyable and profitable to many, but
one of the farmers, Grace Chitechi, said that the seed bank enables them to save their seeds to wait for planting season, as some of them have habits of consuming their seeds during hunger times.
Farming is a venture that should be enjoyable and profitable to many, but it should not be a venture where many small-scale farmers cannot afford.
Members of the County Assembly for Musanda, Joseph Omusinde, who attended the seed fair, urged farmers to join the Seed Savers Network to ensure they benefit from education to boost their food production.
Nda make sure kila ward ikuwe na hiyo bank, seed bank, ili watu wetu wapate kupata mavuno ambayo itawasaidia.
Seed Savers Network Kenya will be working with small-scale farmers with less than 2 acres of land and who face challenges in getting inputs to do farming. Joy Maina, KUTV, Nairobi.
Right, it's time for sporty actions. Rally driver Maxine Wahome has been charged with the murder of her late boyfriend Asad Khan. It is alleged that on December 12 at the Preston apartment on Loitoktok Road in Nairobi, she murdered the deceased. Wahome denied the charges before Justice Lillian Mutende. In her affidavit, Maxine appeared before the court virtually today, insisted that the celebrated rally driver Khan injured himself. Alright, still moving on, the family of the late martial arts Tong Ilmodor is asking the government to help them with the promised payment of the late relative who was the gold medalist in Chungju, South Korea in 2019 but never received the cash he was promised. According to his parents, Isaiah Otieno and Rose AUMA said that they were surprised that their late son has not yet been paid these dues after winning the gold medal in 2019. Now let's cross gears to UEFA Champions League. Girls